Interesting. We're building the Wave 60, or the Waves, I should say, 60 today, which is a $300 project from KBD fans. I'm not quite certain who's the designer of this. For some reason I couldn't find it when I was looking, but it is a very interesting keyboard. Oh, it's Zur Studio. I'm a little curious on the front height. I haven't opened this. They sent me a few colors. I'm building the silver one today, but it's an interesting keyboard with a interesting, I don't even know. It's just a interesting project. Like, it really, really is. Let's see. Let's open this up. Let's take a look at the Wave 60. Thanks for all being here at this time of night. Really appreciate you guys. So this is the Waves 60. Comes in at, what was it, 300 USD? Was there any sort of things I need to be aware of? Any add-ons from KBD fans? So I'm assuming it comes with a PCB and they're making you pay extra $45 for an extra PCB. So I'm going to assume it's $299. So let's take a look at this. Let's see what this looks like when we open this. Interesting. I think this badge is a little loose in transit. Wait, this is kind of cool. This is really tall though. This looks super dope. All right. I like the effect they did with this. However, I'm not 100% sold right now. Let me check something. We're going to find out, I guess, the front height of this. Let's take the highest point. 21.2. So, okay, on the lowest point, if we're going to go with that, the lowest point comes in at 19.4. See, like, do I go off the lowest point or the highest point or in between? Because your wrists could, I guess, sit in these grooves. I don't know, guys, but this is a really cool looking keyboard, though. I even really vibe with this small little badge, although I kind of low-key wish this was extended more so the bottom wasn't so boring. But I kind of vibe with this. What are these screws? Is this like an extra part to the build? These look like separate pieces. I wonder what they're for and why they didn't just machine them into the case. Interesting. Yeah, the way this catches the light is super pretty. What do you guys think? Expo on this would look great. I think a lot of sets would look really good on this. I don't know. I'm really liking the way this looks. I'm curious how this is going to sound though. So we have our gaskets. We have a bunch of spacers. Hell yeah. I got a cable with this too? Okay, stop, dude. Hold up. Hold the phone one moment. If you guys want a reason to buy this kit, it comes with a wavy keycap puller. Stop. Give me a moment, dude. This thing looks sweet. All right, so this kit is very on theme right now, and I am very much liking this. Oh, look at that. They even got the studio name Zur on here. All right, dude. Hold up one second. This is looking like a fun little project. Honestly, this is a nice touch. This is thoughtful, and I appreciate it. This goes with the rest of the board. Now I'm curious to see the rest of this. So we got some foam. There's some Allen keys in here, and then the standoffs, which I don't think I'm going to use. So there's a plate in here, and the plate's aluminum. I think I probably would have wanted to see... Ooh, it's a PVD plate. What kind of plate is this? Is this brass? Hold on a second. Stainless steel plate. Stainless steel. And no other options? You know, I'm going to be honest, I feel like this is a little bit of a miss right now, not giving us some options, but... maybe this is going to sound awesome. It's the mounting style. What they kind of said over here too is to achieve the texture of water surface. Wait, what? To achieve the texture of a water surface mirror and a unique sound effect, we opted for the higher cost stainless steel material for the mirrored PVD. The inner structure uses a gasket system or gasket design incorporating quick rebound foam to enhance consistency. Okay, so it's just a gasket mount. The no foam design preserves the distinctive sound quality of the stainless steel positioning plate. So I guess you can go either or, but we're going to go foam. Interesting. I would have liked at least some choices for plates. And it's not that these aren't good, just so everyone understands if they're watching this back or they're like, why doesn't Alex like... It's not that I don't like them. It's just I don't think they're for everyone. Like, I believe it or not, I would probably say out of all the statistics I've seen, these are probably the least desirable plates. A, because they cost a lot more money, and B, they don't really give everyone the sound signature they want. I mean, it's cool to have this really reflective finish on this. To give this one small, even outside of this, I would have actually preferred just this finish because this finish scratches really easily. Yeah, RamaWorks used to run stuff like this. And I could not tell you how many times you'd go to remove a keycap, especially because they're making this hot swap, and you just scratch the PVD coating. Here's the thing, maybe offer open source on your plate files, and I think people would be really appreciative of that. There is a mounting point under the spacebar. This is a little bit more widespread though, so maybe it won't affect it as much. So it's not, you know, like a whole tab system. So we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. And then we have a hot swap PCB, which seems to be the only option. All right, PCB, pretty standard fare. You're not getting anything else extra on this. It is fixed layout. You are not even getting a full backspace option. Again, this is not a criticism to the keyboard itself. This is a criticism. I don't want to harp on this because it's not really that important at the end of the day for everyone. You could love this layout and be like, I don't see the problem with it. However, not offering options may deter people from buying your projects. I kind of feel like I'm beating a dead horse at this point here. Like I keep repeating myself about these things. Does that make sense to you guys? Like what I'm trying to say? Like, is that a fair, valid point? And I want you guys to be honest with me. Like, I know the designer probably said, you know, I want this to be this particular layout, but I don't know. Am I going too far with that? Past that, there's nothing wrong with this at all. It has Perky RGB, which is awesome. Yeah, it's shiny PVD plate, hot swap, which is fun. It has everything you'd want. Little JST connector off to the side, daughter board. It's solid, but I'd like options. And then we have all our gaskets over here. A lot of gaskets, even comes with a cable. Not bad at all for 300 bucks. Nice thick cable over here with a daughter board. And I guess the screws are somewhere else here. All right, so I guess let's start doing our stabs. We only need 3 stabs. Guess I don't need everything here. Very nice, thick PCB. How did I mod the orange switches? Desky Films, 55 gram Extreme 3s, and 20520. And then also had to clean out a lot of the lube in the MX28 oranges because they are awful. Now, I'm wondering, is there films? There is. Okay, we'll use these. But these are also simultaneously going to be listed sometime in the next like week or two. These are a batch I plan to list on my website for the pre-lubed switches. But we can test drive them today because I typically test drive all the switches anyways. See, this is what I'm a little nervous about. Is are we going to scratch the plate doing this? What brushes do I use? Dude, this has been my only brush I have ever really used in the last 3 years. It's from Switch Keys. I guess this is just a flat number 2 brush. I don't know exactly what size this is, but this is what I use for literally everything. I've gone through like 3 or 4 of these. This is my old one that got all frayed, but this is all I ever use is this one brush. You can see this one here yellowed everything too because I've used this so much. You could use a finer brush. I just feel like they're too fine and they take way longer to lube switches. Okay. This is pretty much done. I don't know how this is gonna sound. Now, next step is let's get this open. Dude, the keyboard case is really pretty. I think the design studio has something going for this. I do like it. I think this is a very pretty looking case. It's unique and I'm vibing with it. It looks excellent in silver. I like it. They did a good job. I'm not in love with the front height, but you know what? I don't hate it. Like, cause it goes up and down. I kind of feel like you kind of get best of both worlds type thing. Like, I don't hate it. I guess maybe I have to feel it out by typing on it though. Huh. So I think what they want you to do is put the gaskets on the plate. So I think that is the ideology here because I don't really see a spot to put them on the bottom that would make it indications that I can put them on that, which is fine. That's fine. Looks like there are grooves in the top case. There are grooves in the top case for alignments purposes, I guess, but nothing here, which is, it's not annoying at all. It's just, I do prefer putting my gaskets on the keyboard itself. Not that it gives you any crazy benefit or anything. I just feel like it makes the whole process feel cleaner. All right, let's plug this in. Now, I'm a little concerned about this spacebar mounting point. I know. Some people are probably really sick of me talking about that, but we'll see. Maybe I do need to remove these mounting points. Ooh, it's very compressed with these. This is a stainless steel plate, which is their only option, which is a bit disappointing, but it is a very pretty looking plate. I'll give it that. Yeah, we can have some fun with keycaps today. Again, I've been really liking very bold colors for some of the keyboard choices we've been making. All right, now we have to decide on keycaps, and I don't know what route we are going for keycaps. Lavender or Purple Night? I think Purple Night would be more punchy. Lavender doesn't. Okay, we'll do Purple Night. I really like the way this board looks. I'm really hoping it sounds good to boot, but I really like the way this looks, dude. Thoughts? What do we think? This looks so cool. Okay, well, you can't see the perky RGB, which is fine. I think this turned out really cool. I really like the overall design here. Even this little logo on the front, I don't mind because I feel like it fits the rest of the theme. And that's one thing I actually do want to comment on, is this little logo on the front. I'm fine with it being here, only because I feel like they've made the whole keyboard feel unified. I don't love having a logo here and here, but I'm fine even though they made the decision. That's fine. I feel like it fits. At least it's on theme with the rest of the board. This is really fun. I don't know if this is going to be appealing to everybody, but I guess let's see what it sounds like. So we're using MX28 oranges with the only plate option, which is stainless steel. No foam. The spacebar definitely doesn't sound bad. It just feels really stiff. I'm going to take out the gaskets for the spacebar, only because I feel like the gaskets are kind of hindering it a little bit. I love the alphas on this. Not the best sound? Really? I actually don't mind the sound of the alphas. Let me try something. Feels kind of weak. Oh, I'm actually vibing the opposite way here, guys. I don't like the way it feels, though. It's very stiff, even with these gaskets. And there's a lot of compression happening on the gaskets. We saw that as we were closing the back of the case. But yeah, I do feel like the whole board feels way too stiff. We can always switch the spacebar, but I think I want to take out the top gaskets of the spacebar just to see what this does for the sound profile. Because I know sometimes cherry spacebars can also be a little bit too aggressive. But let's see what we can do here for the board. Yeah, I'm just going to take out the top gaskets for now. Yeah, the adhesive is really stuck onto this. We could also try to force break it. I don't know if the force break's gonna do much. It's okay. They also gave us a shit ton of gaskets too. So if you guys want, you can just put them back on, or we can put it back on rather. All right. Should I take off the bottom one too? I feel like it'll smack against this though. You know what? Maybe we just take them. You know, it's stiff enough that I don't think it's gonna move anywhere. Should I force break this? You know what? Why not? It doesn't hurt to try, right? We'll do a little force break on the edges here. Just over here. Is there actually material that's contacting? I feel like right here we should put it. I do need to tune the stab a little bit, so let's also do that. Let's see what this sounds like. I did wash my hands, Adam. Dude, I actually really like the way this sounds. Surprisingly, by the way, because typically I'm not a huge fan of stainless. It is very stiff feeling though. Like yeah, this is definitely a bit stiff. I'm shocked by how much I actually really like this. And I feel like the front height is a little tall, more tall than I maybe would prefer, but it's not interfering with how I type. Like it's not awful because it's kind of wavy. I feel like it's not really putting a lot of, you know, height on my wrist here. I will say this, if you're interested in picking this up, I think this is really cool. I feel like at least this sounds really good, and I appreciate that from this board. Maybe just don't put the gaskets on the spacebar. Make it a little bit more lively and less stiff feeling. But I do like the way this, I really like the way this frame looks. This is a very cool frame, and I feel like you can have a lot of fun with it. I don't know if I can properly describe this because I wish I can show you guys, and maybe I can from like over here. This is kind of like my viewpoint and how I'd look at it, and I think this looks really sick. Plus, listen, I don't mean to fawn over this as much as I am, but I like the inclusion of this too. This little wavy keycap puller to go with it. This is cool, man. I'm here for this. I really like it. It's nice sounding as well. I still don't quite understand the purposes of those things you need to screw into the bottom of the case, those like pillars. Alex, FYI, I just uploaded all the open source plate files onto the website. Thank you, KBD fans. KBD fans listened and then acted immediately on open sourcing the plate files. That is a huge W. That's a huge W for KBD fans. But no, fun project. Really cool, actually. I like this. This is a cool board. You know, I actually, let me keep something a buck with you guys. I went in this project being like, because I heard some other people say this sounded really bad. And I was like, oh, okay, this is not going to be something we really enjoy today. But no, I'm actually impressed. I like this. $300 for it. I think it's fair. I don't know how much machining this actually takes to get this waviness going on. I can't imagine this being easy considering how smooth this really is. It's not super heavy. It's 3 pounds, 6.1 ounces. Not bad. All right, guys. The wave's nice. Dude, it turned out nice. But thanks for being here, y'all. Really appreciate it. Hope everyone has a good holiday. Bye, everybody. Love ya.